Welcome to A Soldier's Note channel. Before continuing to watch this video, don't forget to press the subscribe button, activate notifications, like, and share with your friends. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm currently hold 5 ESM contacts, Echo 1, classified commercial navigation radar at signal strength 3.
SSN Seawolf-class. The Seawolf-class is a class of nuclear-powered fast attack submarines, SSN, in service with the United States Navy. The class was the intended successor to the Los Angeles-class. Design work began in 1983. At one time, an intended fleet of 29 submarines was to be built over a 10-year period, later reduced to 12 submarines. The end of the Cold War and budget constraints led to the cancellation in 1995 of any further additions to the fleet, leaving the Seawolf-class limited to just 3 boats. This, in turn, led to the design of the smaller Virginia-class. The Seawolf-class cost about $3 billion, $3.5 billion for USS Jimmy Carter, making it the most expensive SSN submarine and second most expensive submarine ever after the French SSBN Triomphant class. The Seawolf was designed as a faster, better-armed eventual replacement for the Los Angeles-class nuclear-powered attack submarines. The Seawolf was designed as a faster, better-armed eventual replacement for the Los Angeles-class nuclear-powered attack submarines. The first of class, the Seawolf SSN-21, was ordered from the Electric Boat Division of General Dynamics, Connecticut, U.S., in January 1989 and commissioned in July 1997. Connecticut SSN-22 was commissioned in December 1998. The third, Jimmy Carter SSN-23, was launched in June 2004 and commissioned in February 2005. The Seawolf design was intended to combat the threat of large numbers of advanced Soviet Navy ballistic missile submarines such as the Typhoon class and attack submarines such as the Akula class in a deep ocean environment. Seawolf-class hulls are constructed from high 100 steel, which is stronger than the high 80 steel employed in previous classes, in order to withstand water pressure at greater depths. The third ship was modified to improve payload carrying and underwater maneuverability. The alterations to the design included modifications to the ballast control, mission management spaces and the creation of a flexible ocean interface known as a WASP waist, which enabled the deployment and recovery of payloads without the use of torpedo tubes. Other additions included a new high-capacity communications mast and remotely operated vehicle ROV handling system. The Seawolf was a product of the Cold War, conceived to maintain the USA's acoustic advantage over Soviet submarines. With the end of the Cold War and the change of emphasis to littoral operations, the cost of the Seawolf submarines was judged prohibitive and the program was curtailed in favor of the smaller and cheaper Virginia-class new attack submarines. Seawolf's modular design introduces important improvements and innovations. It has greater maneuverability than the Los Angeles class, space for upgrades and weapons developments, and improved sonars. The Seawolf has a submerged displacement of 9,137 t dived, 12,139 t for the Jimmy Carter, and 8,060 t surfaced. The full acoustic cladding was installed. It has a maximum speed of 35 km dived and a silent speed of 20 km. It has a crew of 116 personnel, including 15 officers. With a diving depth of 610 meters, it was designed with a sub-ice capability with retractable bow planes. Seawolf missiles. Similarly to the improved Los Angeles class, the Seawolf does not have any external weapons. The submarine is armed with both the land attack and anti-ship version of the Tomahawk missile from Raytheon. The land attack Tomahawk has a range of 2,500 kilometers. A term-aided inertial navigation system (TANS) guides the missile towards the target, flying at the subsonic speed at an altitude of 20 meters to 100 meters. Tomahawk can be fitted with a nuclear warhead, although it is not normally carried. Block 3 improvements include an improved propulsion system and Navstar Global Positioning System (GPS) guidance capability. The anti-ship Tomahawk missile is equipped with inertial guidance and an active radar and anti-radiation homing head. The range is up to 450 kilometers. The first underwater launch of the new Raytheon Tactical Tomahawk Block IV missile took place in November 2002. Block IV includes a two-way satellite link that allows reprogramming of the missile in flight and transmission of battle damage indication (BDI) imagery. The missile entered service with USN surface ships in September 2004. The Seawolf-class also carries the Harpoon anti-ship missile from Boeing. Sub-Harpoon uses active radar homing to deliver a 225 kilograms warhead. The range is 130 kilometers and the speed is high subsonic. Seawolf torpedoes. Seawolf has 8 660 mm torpedo tubes for launching torpedoes and missiles. 50 missiles torpedoes are carried. The Gould Mk-48 ADCAP torpedoes combat both high-performance surface ships and fast deep-diving submarines. The torpedo has a 267 kilograms warhead. It is capable of operating with or without wire guidance and uses both active and passive homing. The range is 50 kilometers active and 38 kilometers passive. Countermeasures. Countermeasures include the Northrop Grumman WLY-1 torpedo decoy system and a GTE WLQ-4V-1 electronic countermeasure (ECM) system. Seawolf sensors. The Submarines sonar suite is the BQQ-5D with bow-mounted active-passive arrays and wide-aperture passive flank arrays. Also fitted are TB-16 surveillance and TB-29 tactical towed arrays, which will be replaced by the TB-29A thin-line towed array being developed by Lockheed Martin and QBS-24 active sonar for close-range detection. The Seawolf submarines were upgraded with the Lockheed Martin and BQQ-10 V4 sonar processing system under the Acoustic Rapid Commercial Off-the-Shelf Insertion (RCI) program. BPS-16 radar, operating at I-band, is fitted for navigation. Seawolf propulsion. The nuclear-powered Seawolf has a GEPWRS-6W reactor system, 2 turbines rated 52,000 horsepower, 38.8 megawatts, a pump jet propulsor, a single shaft and 1 secondary propulsion submerged motor. Compared to previous Los Angeles-class submarines, Seawolf submarines are larger, faster, and significantly quieter. They also carry more weapons and have twice as many torpedo tubes, for a total of 8. The boats are able to carry up to 50 UGM-109 Tomahawk cruise missiles for attacking land and sea surface targets. The boats also have extensive equipment to allow for littoral, or shallow water, operations. The class uses the more advanced ARCI modified and BSY-2 combat system, which includes a new, larger spherical sonar array, a wide aperture array (WA), and a new towed array sonar. Each boat is powered by a single S6W nuclear reactor, delivering 45,000 horsepower, 34,000 kilowatts to a low-noise pump jet. As a result of their advanced design, however, Seawolf submarines were much more expensive. The projected cost for 12 submarines of this class was $33.6 billion, but after the Cold War ended, construction was stopped at 3 boats. USS Jimmy Carter is roughly 100 feet 30 meters longer than the other two boats of her class due to the insertion of a section known as the Multi-Mission Platform (MMP), which allows the launch and recovery of ROVs and United States Navy SEALs forces. The MMP may also be used as an underwater splicing chamber for the tapping of undersea fiber optic cables. This role was formerly filled by the decommissioned USS Parcha SSN 683. Jimmy Carter was modified for this role by General Dynamics Electric Boat at the cost of $887 million. Seawolf-class submarines were designed to operate autonomously against the world's most capable submarine and surface threats. The primary mission of the Seawolf was to destroy Soviet ballistic missile submarines before they could attack American targets. The Soviet submarines are one of the most survivable elements of their intercontinental ballistic missile arsenal. In addition to their capabilities in countering enemy submarines and surface shipping, Seawolf submarines are suited for battlespace preparation roles. The incorporation of sophisticated electronics produces enhanced indications and warning, surveillance, and communications capabilities. These platforms are capable of integrating into a battle group's infrastructure or shifting rapidly into a land battle support role. The Seawolf features a strengthened sail, designed to permit operations under the polar ice cap for taking the fight to the Soviets in their own front yard. It sports an 8-tube, double-deck torpedo room to simultaneously engage multiple threats. It incorporates the latest in quieting technology to keep pace with the threat then posed by the aggressive Soviet Union. The Seawolf has the highest tactical speed of any U.S. submarine. Much of the design effort was focused on noise reduction, and it is expected that the fully coated boat will restore the level of acoustic advantage which the U.S. Navy enjoyed for the last 3 decades. The Seawolf's propulsion system makes it 10 times more quiet over its full range of operating speeds than the improved 688 class and 70 times quieter than the initial generation of Los Angeles 688 class submarines. The Seawolf's quieter propulsion system will also enable it to have twice the tactical speed as the I-688. Tactical speed is the speed at which a submarine is still quiet enough to remain undetected while tracking enemy submarines effectively. Overall, the Seawolf's propulsion system represents a 75% improvement over the I-688A. The Seawolf can operate 75% faster before being detected. It is said that Seawolf is quieter at its tactical speed of 25 knots than a Los Angeles-class submarine on the pier side. With twice as many torpedo tubes and a 30% increase in weapons magazine size over the Los Angeles SSN 688 class submarines, Seawolf is capable of establishing and maintaining battlespace dominance. Seawolf's inherent stealth enables the surreptitious insertion of combat swimmers into denied areas. SSN-23 will incorporate Special Operations Force capabilities, including a dry deck shelter (DDS) and a new, specially designed combat swimmer silo. The DDS is an air transportable device that piggybacks on the submarine and can be used to store and launch a swimmer delivery vehicle and combat swimmers. The silo is an internal lockout chamber that will deploy up to 8 combat swimmers and their equipment at one time. Construction of the submarine has relied on a new welding material to join the steel into plates, hull subsections, and large cylindrical sections. The Seawolf is the first American attack submarine to use a hull made entirely of high-pressure Hi-100 steel. Previous submarines used HY-80 steel. Hi-100 steel was first used in submarines in the early 1960s in the Navy's deep-diving Sea Cliff and Turtle, which were capable of reaching depths in excess of 10,000 feet. More recently, the Moray, an advanced conventional submarine designed by the Dutch shipyard RDM, Rotterdam Stroogdok Maatschappij BV, incorporated Hi-100 steel to achieve an operational diving depth of 300 meters and an incidental diving depth of 360 meters. Seawolf was projected to be the most expensive ever built, with a total program cost for 12 submarines estimated in 1991 at $33.6 billion in current dollars. As many as 29 submarines were planned. The Navy's plans for Seawolf would have resulted in spending 25% of the Navy's shipbuilding budget on a ship that was designed for threats that vanished with the end of the Cold War. In the 1992 State of the Union address, President Bush and Defense Secretary Dick Cheney proposed the rescission of $2,765,900,000 previously appropriated for the procurement of the second and third Seawolves. 2 Seawolf-class submarines were authorized by Congress, which in 1995 agreed to terminate the program at 3 boats. President Clinton endorsed the construction of SSN-23 as the most cost-effective method of retaining the vitality of the submarine industrial base while bridging the gap to the future new attack submarine. The fiscal year 1998 $153.4 million budget request was the final increment of funding required for the third Seawolf to complete the program. The program continues to be managed within the congressionally mandated cost cap. On the 10th of December 1999, Electric Boat was awarded an $887,113,628 modification to previously awarded contract N0002-496C2108 for new efforts on USS Jimmy Carter SSN-23 to accommodate advanced technology for naval special warfare, tactical surveillance, and mine warfare operations. Work will be performed in Groton, Con. 73%, Quonset Point, RI. 21%, and Newport News, Virginia, 6%, and is expected to be completed by June 2004.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave your comments. See you in the next video.